Do you wish you knew exactly how to write a sales post to attract soulmate clients using the most powerful gifts from your astrology chart? Well, guess what? Now you can learn how for free. I'm going to share my cosmic copywriting secrets that have helped people to instantly turn strangers on the internet into buyers for their high-ticket offers. In my 5-part training series, Cosmic Attraction Copywriting, you'll learn the mindset switch that takes my clients from feeling confused about their content or not feeling fully safe to share their story online to making sales more easily and naturally than ever before, with the astrological placement that unlocks a new level of depth in your storytelling that builds trust 10 times faster with the clients who are genuinely a very aligned fit to work with you. Plus, the messaging tweaks that take my clients from attracting people who can't afford it to easy sales into 5-figure offers with no sales calls. And you'll get clarity on the 3 things your soulmate clients need to hear from you consistently in your message to feel confident and excited to buy your offer. You'll also get my writing process prompts to share your story in a powerful way that stands out to the right people and leads to ready-to-buy clients popping up into your DMs asking to work with you. Click the link in the description for instant access to Cosmic Attraction Copywriting. This is Sarah Mack and welcome to Creative Magic Club. Together, we'll discover inspirational stories of creative entrepreneurs living out their dreams, doing the work they are most passionate about, and building wealth in magical and fun ways. While building a 6-figure income as a writer and coach, helping other women to launch their dream businesses, I've connected with so many incredible people and seen it proven again and again that you can thrive financially doing whatever it is you are passionate about. I'm here to share life-changing strategies for mindset, making money, and reaching more people with your work in a business and life filled with creativity, freedom, and fun. Hi, Sarah Mack here from withsarahmack.com, and I'm excited. It's Gemini season, and I have some super juicy content prompts for you to harness the energies for you to connect with your soulmate clients and make more money in aligned and fun ways this astrological season. So, what is your relationship with a Gemini? What part of your chart is Gemini in? So for me, Gemini used to be one of those signs that I was like, I don't even know what a Gemini is. Like, I didn't know any Geminis. I was like, it feels really intangible. I don't really understand anything about what Geminis are and what they represent. And then I went and married one. And then I discovered that I actually have a lot of Gemini placements. I have my moon in Gemini, Chiron in Gemini, and it's my 10th house. So it's my midheaven. And then it all started to make sense for me. So Gemini is all about communication, curiosity. It's the mind. It's that speedy intellect. It's immutable, always changing energy. You know, it's the duality. It's the and both. So I definitely feel that in my career. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I want to have at least 2 careers at all times. Mercury is the ruler of Gemini and it's air energy. So it's, if you think about the mind, it's always changing. It's quick. It's over here and then it's over here. And that's really what Gemini is all about, and communicating and learning. You know, like I always tell people that the way I identify with having a Gemini moon the most is that I self-soothe through education. Like I'm literally always learning something. I'm always enrolled in about 5 online programs at one time. I'm always reading about 5 books at once. And I just always like to be dipping in. You know, there's like a certain thing that I want to be learning for every mood that I'm in, for every different time of day. And I really get a lot of satisfaction and calm and grounding from just immersing myself in learning new things. So take a look at where Gemini is present in your chart and pay attention to that particular house and those particular placements over the coming weeks as we move into Gemini season. And this is really, really great energy to be diving into content and messaging because it's all about communication. So this is going to be really helpful energy for you in your social media marketing. And we have some pretty exciting dates coming up. So on the 23rd of May, we've got Venus conjunct Jupiter, which is just going to bring more sweetness and amplification of all the good things and abundance. And Venus enters Gemini as well on the 23rd. And then very exciting news, we have Jupiter entering Gemini, where they will stay until June 19th, 2025. So wherever you have a Gemini placement in your chart, you're going to have a lot of expansion and abundance over the coming year. So super, super exciting. We also have Mercury entering Gemini on the 3rd of June. So this is going to be a very amplified energy over the coming weeks. Lots of opportunity for abundance and expansion and growth and sweetness and good things and harmony. So let's make the most of it, shall we? Let's use this to connect with more clients, to make more money, to make more impact, and do it in really aligned and juicy and sustainable and fun ways. So yeah, like I said, Gemini for me is 10th house of business and visibility and, strategy and being known for my work in the world. So have a think, tune in, check in. How is your relationship right now with writing, with communication, even conversation, social media, networking, events, workshops, content, however it is that you like to have conversations with your community and how you want to be creating content, whether that is through social media content or, going to a networking event and pitching yourself and telling people about who you are and the work that you do to create opportunities for collaboration. There's a lot of abundant energy to be doing more of this in this season. So get your calendar out, decide, get really, really clear. What are your favorite strategies? Maybe there are some that you haven't tried or you haven't really given a chance yet. Now would be a really good time to do that and to do some experiments, and really commit to the process of getting good at whatever strategies you have decided you would love to be consistently receiving clients through to generate that consistent income, to grow your impact and grow your business and revenue. So Gemini season is also a really great time to experiment and to give yourself permission to change your mind. It's that mutable energy, as well to ask for what you really, really want. Clear communication always wins the day. So let's lean into that with full permission to try something new and full permission to completely drop it if you don't like it or if it isn't working for you. And, paying attention to your own relationship with that, knowing where are you kind of giving in to resistance to something that actually you deeply desire, that maybe a little bit more perseverance would actually get to where you want to go. Or where are you trying to push yourself through something that deep down isn't right for you? And, obviously this is a spectrum. Sometimes it's not always black and white. And sometimes all we need, if we're feeling that resistance, is a tiny tweak. Like I'd mentioned before, since going through long COVID, giving myself permission to stop recording video for my podcasts. Like, it doesn't make that much difference. I'm still sat at my desk. I'm still showing up to record. It would maybe take me an extra 10 or 15 minutes to sort my hair out, put some lights on, put on a bit of makeup, but it just makes it easier. It's like a few less things that I have to do that make me even more excited to show up and record my podcast. And, it does save me time. I might change my mind about that in the future. So just check in, do an inventory of all of the ways that you're showing up, all of the little steps in the process for all of your systems and processes that you're currently committing to grow and nurture your client community, and see what tweaks you're feeling called to make, or, new things you want to try, things you want to get rid of, things that you want to mix it up and shake it up and try something new. And remember, follow your excitement and follow your inspired ideas. This is a great time to do that. Journal. journal it out, see what comes up, and just play, have fun, follow your curiosity. So how have I been doing this in my business lately? I feel, as a Gemini moon and a Gemini 10th house, I do this naturally all the time. And I really think it's one of my superpowers and the reason why I make consistent income, no matter what I'm selling, no matter what type of client I'm working with, no matter what season of life I'm in, because I really do take that attitude of experimentation, and my burning curiosity is undeniable. So I follow it frequently, every day, every week, every month, every year. And to give you more of a tangible example, lately for me, it's been, obviously, if you've been around here, you'll have noticed I've been integrating a lot of astrology into every layer of my business. So that started with my client work and starting to sell astrology readings, starting to incorporate astrology into my current offerings, then little by little continuing to tweak my offer positioning so that it bringing this element more and more forward and kind of learning how to integrate that into my main message. Then I'm bringing it into my branding and into my podcast and my content strategy. So, I knew it was working when it suddenly took things to a whole new level of fun for me. That's always the first sign for me that something is working, even if it hasn't produced money for you yet. If it's fun for you, trust that. That is a huge sign, especially like a lot of people in my world, if you're a manifesting generator or a generator, but I believe this is true for every human design type. If it's fun, follow that, that's a win. We want to be having fun in business. And then obviously when I started, my clients started responding to it, my existing clients, and then I started attracting new clients. And the more I've brought this forward in my content, I started getting more reach on some of my content, which was another sign. And then finally, I'm attracting more and more clients who are equally as excited as I am about diving into astrology and using that as a tool for their business growth. And that's when I knew I was onto something good and was like, okay, let's do this more. Let's crank it up, take it to the next level, rebrand some things. And, the main driver for me behind all of this is that it's fun for me. It was never this is what I need to have an edge. This is what, I need to be doing something different than I've been doing for the past few years. No, this really has evolved organically through following my curiosity. And the feeling I have about my work is if I did this forever, I'd be so happy and content. And that's how I feel about coaching. That's how I feel about content creation and writing, about astrology, and about helping clients to make more money doing the work they love. And I fully give myself permission to evolve and change if any of it starts to feel less fun. And it didn't always feel like this. I mean, it did. I've always enjoyed my work. I've always been excited by the choices I've made. I don't think anyone could start a business around anything that they're not genuinely excited by. But I will say over the years, it's become more and more fulfilling and exciting and fun for me. And the longer I do it, the more I think, oh, this is so good and I want to do this forever. I think that's a really good place to be in, to feel like what I'm doing right now makes me really happy. And the idea about doing it forever also makes me happy. That's when you're moving in a right direction. And of course, I could get to a point in my life where I want to burn it all down and do something completely different. That's happened before for me several times. My previous career in film production, I used to pursue theatre before that. So I know that can change, especially with my Gemini midheaven. And I really think that, having this attitude, it is in parallel to our client relationships and to our relationships in general. I always see the parallels between dating and between business and client relationships. When I met my husband, I really felt this is good enough for me. He's more than anything I ever hoped for. And even if there is someone who is quote unquote better out there, I don't care. I'm satisfied. This is more than good enough for me for the rest of my life. I'm committing. And obviously I had relationships leading up to my husband that didn't feel like that, but I still enjoyed it for what it was and continue to allow myself to explore. So I think that's a really great attitude to have when you are finding clarity and experimenting and exploring in your business and your client relationships and, really seeking to find that sweet spot that just feels like, oh, I could do this forever. And I definitely think you have to trust your timing with things, and clarity comes through action and a willingness to be curious and to experiment and to try new things until you find those things that are good enough. And, I remind my clients of this all the time. Your gift and skills and desires will be born through the work that you do at your current level. You can't think your way through it. You can't educate your way through it. You have to be doing the work that you're doing now in order to create the fertile ground for that next level of your abilities and your desires to sprout and take form. And that really comes from a willingness to go all in on where you are now. And of course, knowing that things might change down the line, but really being a 2 feet in kind of person, not 1 foot in, 1 foot out, or should I be doing it this way in my business, or should I be doing it this way? Same for your offers and your launches and your business model. Like, if you want to sell high ticket, go all in on selling high ticket. Otherwise, you're probably not going to fill those spots, even if it takes a few weeks or a few months to launch that new offer at that new price point or for that new client. The only way it's going to succeed is if you're all in on it. You have a burning desire to help more people with your work and charge prices that will support your dream life. But right now, you're overthinking your prices, overcomplicating your launches, or wondering if your message is even landing with your people. You dream of reaching a place in your business where you know how to sign those perfect fit soulmate clients into your high ticket offer every month with ease. But right now, creating sales content feels like a constant drain, and you're not sure how to write in a way that attracts the right people for your offer. In Sell Your Magic Like Magic, my private mentorship, you'll fill your high ticket offers on repeat by using your astrology chart to share the parts of your story that make you the obvious choice for your soulmate clients. We'll design a custom, clear launch plan that's fun and easy to follow through with. We'll create the content pieces necessary to bring in 5 to 6 figures in sales over the coming weeks. And we'll make sure you know exactly what to prioritize and what to ditch from your calendar so you're spending way less time online and enjoying your life and business more. You can sign clients into your high ticket offers with a repeatable strategy that's sustainable and fun through every season of life. Apply using the link below. And kind of having that attitude of I'm willing to commit for life in this moment. And I really believe that's how we get the best out of any relationship, whether it's romantic, friendship, or client and community relationships, is just being willing to make the best of what's available to you in this moment, knowing that your next level will emerge from that. So again, acknowledging that everyone's propensity for experimentation and adventure is also very different. So like always, trust that you are perfectly imperfect and enough. And there's always an edge you can stretch. And, your outlook and your values and your desires right now, they're good enough for your soulmate clients. So just be honest about who and where you are right now. And that's how you attract your people, the ones who love you for who you are today. And when you change and evolve, some of those people will come along with you and some won't. But those who don't stick around, when they leave, they will make space for the people who want to be around that next version of you. So it's all good. You get to trust your evolution. You get to trust exactly where you are right now. You've probably heard me talk about this by now, but my superpower is that I am the soulmate client matchmaker. I'm just really freaking good at this. I've been helping magical people sell their magic like magic online for almost 10 years now. And, I have seen and I really believe that the level of abundance you experience in your business, which is not just money, but feeling good and feeling free and authentically self-expressed, this is really defined by the quality of your client relationships. So this masterclass is a really great place to learn how your rising and descendant signs can give you some really powerful shortcuts to becoming even more magnetic to the most wonderful clients. So sign up with the link in my description or on my website at withsarahmac.com. So let's dive into some content prompts that you can use for Gemini season to ramp up your magnetism. And what I'm sharing with you today is going to help you to establish authority and to really help you stand out to your people by bringing your uniqueness forward. So here's a content tip for you. When you're talking to clients or when you're journaling or creating content and you're really in the flow, whether that's on a live stream or a podcast interview, especially when you tap into those next levels of passion, or maybe when you get a bit ranty about something, pay attention to those moments, because this is an aspect of your message that really holds meaning to you. So I encourage you to be bold about this, because this is really what makes you unique and what makes you stand out over everybody else who's doing really similar work to you. And this is what, these create connection points for people who are going to be like, oh yeah, now I see who she is. I see what she's about. So she's the clear choice for me because I'm in agreement, or, I want more of that in my life. So prompt number 1 is to tell your clients what you really think. What do you think about your dream client's current situation? What do you really think is going to work for them? What do you think it's really going to take to get them to the result that they want? Tell it like it is, tell the truth, and speak it with power and clarity and conviction. Because, hear me when I say this, conviction leads to sales. Your confidence in your own work is the number one thing that moves people to buy. So dive into this prompt and may it make thousands and thousands of dollars of sales for you. So prompt number 2, Gemini is all about curiosity, and your curiosity is a big part of what makes you truly unique. So really lean into your curiosity in every element of your business and your content strategy and your life this season, and share those curiosities with your audience to let them get to know you more deeply, because as we know, connection leads to trust, which leads to sales. So here are some ideas for you to lean into this. You can let them into your future vision and desires. Tune in, check in with that. Hopefully you're constantly doing this work and you're likely constantly evolving. So maybe there's some aspects of your future vision or your desires that have actually changed since the last time you talked about this online, or since the last time you journaled about it. So tune in, get curious. What has changed? Talk about it. Like, what is informing your thinking and your action taking right now? What is turning you on? What's piquing your interest? What are you learning about? What are you researching? What are you integrating? What do you wonder about? And what do you wonder about things like the future of your industry, or your own next level of impact and success and how you'll get there? Or something like the role of AI in your clients' lives. What are some hot topics that you are just curious about and you're reading about? What would the world look like if more people had access to your work? Daydream about that. Talk about that. So go on a little bit of a curiosity daydream and take your clients along for the ride and start some interesting conversations. This is going to let people learn so much about you. So you can use the prompt, I wonder, ... and journal on it. See what bright ideas come through for you that you would like to share. So prompt number 3, Gemini, as we have established, is all about communication. So let's take it to the highest level possible and clearly ask for what you want. Revolutionary idea. This is truly what I believe will close the wage gap in every single freaking demographic, is when we start asking for what we want and not settling for any less. So one clear, powerful way that you can do this is to write a sales post. So go all out, rave about your offer, share the story of why you created it, share with emotion why you're so excited about this offer, share clearly and confidently what results it will help your clients to create, and ask for what you want unapologetically. If you're a content creator, you are putting so much time and love and passion and energy and money into showing up and sharing real value and content. Make sure you're taking up space and promoting your offers and asking your community for what you want from them to allow you to sustain this business and this work. And tell them, how many clients do you want to work with? What action do you want them to take to inquire about or to join your offer? So be clear, be confident, be concise. Let it be so freaking obvious how you help people and what they need to do to create the results they crave by joining your offers and working with you. So here's a bonus tip for you. Go through your recent content on whatever platforms you're posting or sending emails and check to see when was the last time you actually did this in your content. How long ago was it that you clearly walked people through the details of your offer and the results that are possible for them when they take it? If you do this more frequently, and I promise you, you will start making more sales. So I want to know, out of however many posts you've written in the past week or 2 weeks, what number of them were you clearly talking about your offer? Were you clearly asking people to buy from you and to work with you? Because I know how easy it is to fall into the habit of sharing content and thinking that we're selling when actually we weren't selling and maybe we haven't done for a while. So if you know that your tendency is to hide or to half-ass your call to actions as a bit of an afterthought, or to skim over your offer without really going into the details of the results and the type of client it's for and why you created it and what actions they need to take to enroll and buy that offer, then work on this one and watch as you start signing more clients as a result. I hope you've loved this episode. Please let me know in the review to support the show on iTunes or wherever it is that you're listening. And make sure to watch out for the money alignment prompts for Gemini season that I will be sharing on an upcoming episode. And please do it. Take these prompts, go and create some epic content. I'm going to go and get the graphic made for my Instagram at Creative Magic Club. So if you want a reference to save that you can refer back to be using these prompts on repeat throughout Gemini season, I suggest you go and do that. And if you write a post using one of these prompts, tag me. I would love to read it and to show you some love and support on your socials. So thanks for being here. I appreciate you, sending you so much love, and I'll see you next week. Bye. For more inspirational content, head over to my website withsarahmac.com and please support the show by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Are you a healer, witch, creative, or magical entrepreneur who's ready to fill your high-ticket one-on-one or group coaching program, and you want a sales page that will do the selling for you? Maybe you're tired of having a calendar full of sales calls and you want a sales page that can clearly articulate your offer and guide interested clients to feel ready to buy without needing to talk to you first. Maybe you already have a sales page and people are clicking on it but not reaching out, and you want to feel clear on what to say and what not to say to turn interested people into actual buyers. Having sales pages for my offers has led to filling a high-ticket group coaching program with 10 clients at $1,000 each while traveling on vacation for 2 weeks and launching using repurposed content. Having 5-figure months from sales into my $5,000 evergreen mastermind with no live launching beyond daily social media content. Signing clients into my $17,000 private mentorship program with no sales calls. When you book my Cosmic Sales Intensive, you'll walk away with a full, clear, compelling sales page for your high-ticket offer that will attract ready-to-buy clients and that you can continue to make sales with for years to come. Clients who have been through this offer have created a sales page that went on to sell out a high-ticket relationship coaching mastermind, had 20 applications within 48 hours of publishing, sold several $15,000 private mentorship packages, and even had a 6-figure launch with the sales page and content strategy we created within just a few weeks. Stop losing people with fluffy language that sounds the same as so many others in your industry, and clearly articulate why your work is worth $5,000 to $10,000 plus, even when you sell things like astrology, human design, breathwork, mindset coaching, or energy work. Book your Cosmic Sales Intensive now at withsarahmac.com or via the link in my description.